Hi there and welcome back to Yum Paleo. So today what we're going to be making is a lovely sweet potato and kale salad. So I'll just give you a rundown on what we've got here. Now I've pre-prepared some sweet potato here. So what I had was 4 large sweet potatoes, and I took the skin off and I've cubed them up, as you can see here. So I've just done that, and what we're going to do is I've got an oven tray prepared here, and I'm just going to line it with some oil and line the potato with some oil as well and a bit of oregano, and then we're going to pop that in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now I've got that on fan bake at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll do that in a minute. And also what we've got is around 400 grams of Tuscan kale. Now I've already pre-prepared some here, and I'll show you how to chop it up and take it apart soon. So I've just chopped up some there, and then this is some of the stuff that I will prepare to put in as well. And along with that, this is optional, I've got some 8 rashers of streaky bacon here. Now you can take it out to have it as a vegetarian meal, but I just think it just adds that extra bit of flavor to it. So I'm going to chop that up into probably like small cube sizes, and I'll be frying that up just before we finish up with the meal. And also to go with it, another bit of green is I've got 4 small heads of broccoli, which I'll be cutting up into small florets, and I'll be frying that in the pan for about 5 minutes with a bit of lemon juice and oil. Okay, so to start with, so we're going to add a little bit of oil to this oven tray. I'll just grab a brush and just make sure you cover. Now I'll put some foil down here just so they don't stick to the tray, so just make sure you cover all that foil. And all we're going to do is start adding all of the sweet potato onto the tray. Cool. And now what I'm going to actually do is drizzle some olive oil over the sweet potato and just mix it in. Then we're going to add some oregano on top as well. Okay, so we've got all the oil on there now. So I'm just going to sprinkle over some of this oregano. You can be as generous as you like. So I'm going to add quite a bit because I really like the flavor. And I'm also going to put a bit of cracked black pepper over the top as well. Okay, that's great. And just a little bit of cracked black pepper. Okay, so that's ready. So I'm just going to pop this in the oven now. Okay, so that's in the oven now, and we're going to cook that for about 30 minutes. So you can either check on it halfway through just to like move them around a bit so they all get evenly cooked. And now what I'm going to do is just show you how to take apart the kale. Now it's quite simple. All you have to do is pull from the stem and just bring your fingers up, and it will split away from the main stem in the center. And then all you do is do that to all of them, and just make sure you chop them up into strips. And it just cooks a little bit easier that way. And we'll be serving this with some lemon juice when we cook it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just finish off this kale here. I'm going to chop up this broccoli into small florets and chop up the bacon. So I'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes when I'm just going to start cooking the bacon, and then we can get the rest done. See you soon. Okay, so welcome back. Now, what we're going to do now is, since I've finished up chopping all the broccoli, the kale, and the bacon, what we're going to do now is just put a bit of oil in the pan, and I'm going to cook off this bacon first, and then I'm going to take it out and then cook the kale in there. So the kale only takes about 5 minutes, and we're just going to put a bit of oil and squeeze some lemon juice in with that. And also the broccoli will take about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to cook that in this wok here. And what I'm going to do is just put some oil in, put the broccoli in, squeeze a bit of lemon juice over them, bit of pepper, and then just let them cook through. And once they go bright green, they're ready to take out. So they're going to have a bit of crunch to them. Now, if you don't like them too crunchy, then you can boil them. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going for the pan fried today. So, okay, now this is hot enough. So I'm just going to add in all that bacon. So just break it apart and make sure we can get it all the pieces nicely cooked. And once you've done that, then you can take it out and we can put in the kale. Okay, so that bacon is nearly done. So what I'm going to do now is just get started on the broccoli. So what I'm going to do is just turn this hot on. Okay, so I'm just going to add some oil to that now. And just move them around a bit. You don't want to get them, you don't want them burning. And it's just on a low heat. So what I'm going to do now is just squeeze that bit of lemon over the top. Now I've just got a sieve there just to catch the seeds. So once again, just mix that through, getting that lemon juice all through there. And just keep an eye on this and let them cook, and maybe put a lid on, let them steam for about 5 minutes. And they'll go a lovely bright green color. And also, if you would like to, you can add some, like a bit of pepper to it if you want. Okay, so I've taken the bacon out of this fry pan here. So what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of oil, and it's time to do the kale. Okay, so once that pan is heated up nicely, I'm just going to slowly introduce all of that chopped up kale. And start mixing it around as quick as possible, and make sure it's on a low heat. We don't want to burn this. Good, so start just mixing it through, and then we can add the lemon juice. So now, like before, put that sieve on there to catch those pips, and just squeeze in that lemon juice. So this is the other half of that lemon that we used, the other half with the broccoli. And I'm also going to add some pepper to it as well. So just add some pepper and give it another mix through. Okay, so everything's pretty much done now. The kale has cooked for about 5 minutes, so did the broccoli, and I've just taken the sweet potato out of the oven, and they're looking great. So what I've done here, I've just put a bit of broccoli in this bowl, and I'm just going to start putting it all together. So make sure you just get a bit of the sweet potato, the kale, and then just top it off with some bacon. And then some bacon just to finish it off. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that meal, and I'll see you here for another great recipe. See you soon.